Okay, good evening, everyone. I'll call this regular council meeting of October 1st to order. First of all, under presentations, we have none this evening. Could I have a motion, please, to adopt the agenda as presented? Councillor Hoffert, seconded by Councillor Yanish. Any questions? All in favor? All in favor. Thank you. Next, under minutes, the minutes of the council meeting held on September 17th. Could I have a motion for this, please? Thank you. Councillor Knibb, seconded by Councillor Moore. All in favor? Carried. Thank you. Under original communications, delegations, and petitions, we have none this evening. Written reports of committees, we have none. Under executive reports, we have from the Parks Manager, Royal Heights Veterans Memorial Park Washroom Facility Tender. So Rod is here to answer any questions. Council's had the opportunity to go over this. What's the wish of council? Councillor Knibbs?
Acceptance and approval.
Acceptance and approval. Thank you. Have we got a seconder? Councillor Hoffert? Any further questions or comments of the Park Manager? Rod, did you have anything you wanted to add? No, sir. Okay, thank you. All in favor? Carried. Thank you. Next, under executive reports from Land Development, we have the Development Appeals Board appointments. So we have advertised, City Clerk has advertised in our local media for the required 2 weeks. The board is mandatory requirement under the Planning and Development Act. Persons who sit on this board have to be impartial and even-handed when making decisions, as appeal decisions can have serious consequences for the people involved. Being part of a smaller community, Land Development Services is also aware that there will be instances where conflicts of interest will arise. For this reason, one of the first actions of any appeal is to provide an opportunity for any of the parties involved or a board member to declare a conflict of interest and step down from hearing the appeal. The board should have a minimum of 5 members appointed, with the quorum being 3. The Land Development Services has identified one individual for consideration as secretary. That would be our Trina Sieben, our tax assessor. It is recommended that Ms. Sieben be appointed to the position of Secretary of the Development Appeals Board. And also the people that have let their names stand, we've identified 4 individuals for consideration for appointment as board members. Catherine Gillis, Pete Saragella, Duncan Cook, and Nathan Wilhelm. It is recommended that the above 4 individuals be appointed to the position of board members, along with Ms. Sieben appointed as position of secretary. And the final comments, the Land Development Services would like to extend a sincere thank you to everyone that was approached for advice, suggestions during the recruitment effort, and of course for the people stepping forward to let their names stand. So what's the wish of council on this? Could we have a motion, please? Councillor Vroba, thank you. To go ahead with these appointments, seconded by Councillor Yanish. Any questions or comments? If not, all in favor? Carried. Thank you. Next, we have from the City Clerk, repeal bylaw 2018-1999. So could we have a motion to move forward for this? There was a technicality here, and where the minister does not issue an approval, in part or conditional approval, the bylaw is void. So we will have to repeal this bylaw and then go back, revisit where there was any omissions, and bring it back to council.
Acceptance and approval, Your Worship.
Thank you, Councillor Hoffert. Have we got a seconder? Councillor Moore. Any questions or comments on this? All in favor? Carried. Thank you. Next, under introduction of bylaws, we have bylaw 2018-2008 to regulate snowmobiles within the city of Estevan. First reading. Could we please have first reading this evening, then we'll advertise for the required 2 weeks, get feedback from our public, and then look at second and third readings. Thank you. Councillor Yanish, have we got a seconder? Councillor Moore, any questions or comments? Councillor Vroba.
Thank you, Your Worship. I just wondering, so if somebody wanted to, say, amend where they can take their snowmobile in city limits, this is the time where they would come forward and put in a suggestion of where they think?
That's correct, and if council agrees, we can make the amendment during at the second stage.
Okay, perfect, thank
Yeah.
you.
Okay, no problem. Councillor Nibbs?
The only one place I know there's really nowhere to get gas that isn't legal, like I know we have the Esso on the way out that hits the snowmobile trails, and then also somehow if we can get in to the co-op. Is in there, that's all taking place, so.
Yeah, to the card lock, I believe. Yeah.
100%.
Okay. Yeah, so that'll address.
Yeah,
Thank
just
you,
making sure that
Councillor
was
Nibbs.
all on there.
No, appreciate that. Any further questions? Okay. All in agreement? Thank you. Under public hearings and reports, this evening we have none. Giving notice. Thank you, City Clerk. We have from the Saskatchewan Association of Veterinary Technologists, we have the proclamation, National Veterinary Technician Week, October 14th to October 20th, 2018. Whereas there are 530 registered veterinary technologists in the province of Saskatchewan, and whereas the SAVT proclaims the third week of October as National Veterinary Technician Week to promote in Saskatchewan an awareness of the animal health care duties of veterinary technologists, and whereas the SAVT was founded to serve, support, and register veterinary technologists in the province, and whereas the SAVT as a non-for-profit and non-unionized organization places emphasis on professional and educational advancement of veterinary technologists so that they may better serve the veterinary medical profession, and whereas the objectives of the Saskatchewan Association of Veterinary Technologists are to promote progressive and humane medical care for all creatures, to promote and maintain the professional image and high ethical standards of veterinary technologists through continuing education and public relations, to speak for veterinary technologists in regard to legislative action, to promote the educational and professional advancement of veterinary technologists, and to develop and maintain a professional code of ethics. Be it therefore resolved, I, Mayor Roy Ludwig, do hereby designate the week, October 14th to 20th, 2018, as National Veterinary Technician Week in the city of Estevan. Could I have a motion, please, for this? Thank you, Councillor Yanish, seconded by Councillor Frank. All in favor? Carried. Thank you. Motions from committee, we have none this evening. Consideration of bylaws. This evening, we'd like to give second and third reading to bylaw 2018-2007 to amend bylaw 2017-1991, Economic Development Board, second and third reading this evening. What's the wish of council? Could we have a motion for second reading, please, Councillor Hofer? Thank you. Seconded by Councillor Moore. Questions or comments? Go ahead, Councillor.
Just to clarify that there was no concerns or opposition to this?
City Clerk, I don't believe we had any. Councillor Hofer? Okay. All in favor? Thank you. Next, could I have a motion, please, for bylaw 2018-2007 to amend bylaw 2017-1991, Economic Development Board, third reading, for third reading and adoption for use. Thank you, Councillor Vroba, seconded by Councillor Frank. All in favor? Carried. Thank you. Next, inquiries. Councillor Hofer.
No inquiries tonight, just wanted to remind everyone that the second annual Woodlawn Regional Park Festival of Lights is coming up in December of this year, and I we're encouraging, we had a great display last year, encouraging a lot of businesses, community groups, privates, citizens to join in it. And it'd be nice to have 50 or more sites lit up at the park. We had thousands and thousands of people tour it last year, and it was a real great addition to the community. And so there'll be more information in the coming weeks, but
Okay.
just to encourage everyone to get involved in this in some way.
Okay, thank you, Councillor Huffert. And yes, I had the privilege of driving through. It was very well received, and the community really enjoyed it. So is there a nominal fee to set up, or?
Yeah, so for example, I think for a service club or a nonprofit, it's $50. So
$50?
It's a nominal fee, and just brings a lot of joy to a lot of people in the holiday season.
Great, and the
Christmas
park
season.
even supplies the electricity, right?
Absolutely.
Gotta like that. Okay, thank you. Councillor Vrova.
Thank you, Your Worship. I had someone ask me about our bylaw regarding burning of leaves. So are we not allowed to burn leaves in any form, even if they're using a fire pit?
No,
Okay, and is that an environmental issue, or is that just something that we've,
I don't think we
Developed.
even allow burning except on special occasions, even at the landfill. I
yeah?
mean, we do have times with, the combustion will take off on its own, but usually we try not even to burn at the landfill.
Okay, no, I wasn't sure if it was an environmental issue, and they'd asked me about it, and so I knew we allowed fire pits and that kind of thing. I just wasn't sure why we
Yeah, the
didn't allow.
concern, Councillor Vrova, is the fact it can get away and then burn the neighbor's house down is the biggest issue.
Okay, perfect.
I know
No,
on the farm, many of the farmers used to burn their land, but in some cases, I know my dad actually, for example, the fire got away on them and it went burnt all the way to Frobisher.
Yeah,
That was many years ago, but that was
very-
12 miles it went.
be very
So,
expensive for that to happen
Very
nowadays.
expensive.
Okay,
You
I just
only
wanted
wanna
to
do that
inquire
once.
if that was something environmental reasons. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Councillor Yadish? Okay. Councillor Frank?
Just a reminder, the United Way Telethon is coming up on October 26th and 27th, so if you're looking to volunteer or perform, there's lots of ways you can get a hold of us through our website, through our Facebook page, or through our office. So, and please be sure to watch and donate on October 26th and 27th, because we got a big goal to meet.
Thank you, Councillor Frank, and you and Councillor Vrova are both on there, right? Thank you. Thank you for your work in that regard. Councillor Nibbs?
Nothing, Your Worship.
Okay, thank you. Councillor Moore?
Nothing, Your Worship.
Okay, thank you. Councillor Ward. City Manager, did you have anything to say this evening?
Thank you, Your Worship. Just to remind people that John Mellencamp is on October 26th. There's still some tickets left, but tickets are moving fairly quickly. So if you want to get some, go on Ticketmaster.ca. And we're also selling hard tickets at the Visitor Information Center at the Leisure
Awesome.
Center.
Thank you so much. It'll be a great concert. Thank you. City Clerk, anything this evening?
Nothing, Your Worship.
Okay, City Treasurer. Trudy, anything? Nothing? Okay. With that, could we have a motion, please, to move into committee? Councillor Hoffer, seconded by Councillor Vrova. All in favor? Carried. We stand adjourned. Thank you so much and good evening.